huge crowd, super excited to see the pre-race ceremonies. They knew that they were in store for something special, and Daytona delivered once again. Cooper Webb came in to this round as the points leader by just 5 over Chase Sexton. And unfortunately, in Sexton's heat, it went all bad right from the beginning.
Yeah, and we talked about it in the beginning part, eliminated mistakes. He's been fast all year, eliminated mistakes, and off the first lap, huge mistake for him. Had to go to the LCQ, was able to rebound and win the LCQ, but that's not the way you want to start off the night.
So he took some time to think about things, went via the LCQ, won that last chance qualifier, and then, Ricky, he was kind of mid-pack and he had to pick his way through, but he did it very effectively.
Yeah, he did really well. I mean, overall, all things considered, being out there was incredible. You know, I mean, that was a tough impact crash that he took in that heat race. But yeah, he came up through the pack, and I think he did a job well done.
Jason Anderson led his very first laps, believe it or not, at Daytona. Aaron Plessinger got a flyer of a start. He was on a mission, while his teammate just kept working his way slowly through the field.
Yeah, you got to think maybe some of that crash and just, you know, what happened, how the night started. He was being very timid, and you got to give a shout out to Justin Cooper, because you see him, he was behind him at that point and was able to make his way up there, but Chase just slowly started making his way up and ended up, you know, 4th position, actually ended up 5th. He kind of went back, but this was a battle for the lead. Aaron Plessinger, Jason Anderson going in it, and this crowd went wildly.
That was one of the moments of the race, to see AP finally back out in front, because it has been a frustrating season, to say the least. He said he needed to be better. Well, tonight he was better, and he got that Red Bull KTM out in front, and he stayed there, Ricky, for quite a while.
Well, he did. I mean, he rode solid all night long. Like, how he rode today, it was so refreshing to see that, because you know he's capable of that. That was an incredible pass by Ken.
Very nice pass. He Cooper Webb at that, went down super low, and you kind of saw this coming, just his lines in the heat race, and Kenny wasn't done there. Made his way around Jason Anderson, and ultimately got around AP here in the next lap or so, and got out to about a 5-second lead on those guys. And it was a Webb train trying to get him down.
Just that momentum he had, and with every move that he made, the confidence went higher and higher, speed went higher and higher. This is the moment he made the move for the lead, and then from that point, it was see you later, Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny was just on a different level, and just as this track broke down even more, those lines starting to play into it. And like I said, he was able to get out to about 5 seconds, and then you saw this was Chase Sexton getting around Jason Anderson right here. And we thought, RC, that he was going to make his way up and maybe give a run for the podium, but he stalled out there.
He did, and you know, maybe feeling the effects from that crash in the heat race. We'll have to do our homework on there and see if that was exactly it. But then, I didn't expect the two to do what he did right here, as we'll see. But before marching up through here, and then Cooper stalls it. I almost wonder if maybe he stalled it because his clutch was so fried out.
You know, revving the thing. Almost the opposite of what happened last weekend with Chase being out front and stalling, allowing Cooper back in. And that's how close Chase was to Cooper at the midpoint of the race.
That was a really critical point of the race, because at that stage, Cooper Webb was catching Ken Roczen really effectively, but when that stall happened, it was over from that point for Cooper Webb.
That rhythm lane right there, I think one of the reasons it helped Ken win, not only because he's a talented rider, but he did that section better than anyone else, the most consistent, I should say.
Justin Cooper was putting the heat on Chase Sexton late in the race. These two had a really good scrap, but then ultimately Cooper was able to pretty effectively, fairly easily get by Sexton, whatever his ailments were late in that final. But that's a side story. The story was Ken Roczen finally, after all of these years, becoming a Daytona Supercross winner. This is how they finished behind Roczen. Cooper Webb and Aaron Plessinger on the podium, a much needed podium for Plessinger. Justin Cooper with that great ride. We showed you that when he got past Sexton for that 4th spot. Malcolm Stewart was kind of stable and steady in the middle of the top 10. Justin Hill, another top 10. Jason Anderson faded back to 8th. And Joey Savacci and Justin Barsha finishing in the top 10. There is the full field for you to see who finished where on a really interesting night here in Daytona.